So we've got another exclusive. Megan caught in another drug scandal. I didn't know there was another one. And this is with Lori Davis, apparently. And that's her probably hanging out in Tom's house. Drug bottles, paper. I have no idea what that is. It looks like maybe some headphones or something. Wine, coffee. And in one site I'm finding that she was dating Tom Markle, which is pretty grotesque. But she's 38. She's 1 year older than Megan. All right. So let's continue on with this one. Megan has been dragged into an ugly drug scandal by her father. Now, I don't know if she's really being dragged into it, but maybe she is. I don't know. A month-long investigation in Mexico by the National Enquirer can exclusively reveal Tom Markle Sr. has bankrolled Megan's secret sister. Now, on one site, I'm finding that they were dating. Tom needs love too, right? Okay. I wouldn't call her a sister. She's just some chick that's shacking on and off with Tom Markle to get money for crystal meth, apparently. She's a meth addict who vanished after hitting him up for $6,000 in cash. So they're making a really big deal out of $6,000 when Megan spends, like, for the weekend in Dublin, spent 40,000 pounds, which is like $80,000 in clothes. And I mean, who wouldn't like to have $6,000 to play around with? I'm not saying, I'm not trying to be flippant about it, but I mean, I'm sure Tom made more than that in a month as a lighting director when he worked in various studios. It's 2018. It's not that much, so I don't know why they're making such a big deal out of it, but I'll continue on. I mean, if it was like 100,000 or something, but 6,000, I mean, come on. Megan spends that on a purse. She spends that in 3 days on her hair and makeup. Insiders told how Megan's embattled dad doted on 38-year-old Lori and treated her like his own flesh and blood. Well, I don't. He seems to have a lot of weird people that he hangs out with. I don't think he's that alone. They're making it sound like he's just alone. He's hanging out with a bunch of drug people and a cross-dresser right now that thinks the cross-dresser who's hanging out with Tom Markle thinks that he's Rachel Zane. And I'm beginning to question that whole thing too. I think there's a signal there. I think there's a sign there. I think that story's there for a reason. I think Tom Markle Sr. is putting it out for a reason. I don't think Tom Markle Sr. is going to be alive very much longer, not because of his heart. They'll say it's his heart. I think they're going to have him done in. And then the rest of the family is going to have the shit scared out of them, and they won't do anything. But this Trevor Engelson, he has been so quiet. I want to hear him talk. I want to know what she was like to live with. You know what? I bet I'm going to go ahead and say something nice. I'll bet she was pretty cool for a while with him. She looked like she was a lot of fun. Then something started really ticking in that chick's brain, boy. Somebody got to her, or something got to her emotionally. She became really into herself too much. That's my opinion only. So let's talk about this. Lori became the daughter he saw every day. In one site I'm seeing, but she's a user, that she was a girlfriend. She probably gave Tom favors and he gave her money and she did meth. Come on. Anybody that's knows what the hell is going on in this world knows shit like that happens like constantly. Please. Oh my God. I don't care how big of a town you live in, a city you live in, you know damn well this shit goes on all the time. I've seen her smoking crystal meth a lot of times. Her boyfriend, Jose Sandoval, I apologize. I've seen her smoke. This is what he's spilling the beans. Lori's former boyfriend. I've seen her smoking crystal meth a lot of times. I warned him, this is what she's like. So the Queen's grandson is married to a woman who has a really messed up past, whose father is probably doing a little meth on his own too. I mean, if you've got that around you all the time and somebody's smoking that, I gotta be honest with you, I don't hang out with people who do that shit. And have I known them? Yeah, I have. And I knew one girl that completely destroyed her career, and I had to narc her out. I had to tell somebody about it, because she was beginning to destroy me too. Because I was covering up for her and doing all her work. Yeah. So, these people don't give a shit. They just need their drugs, right? Their money and their drugs. Tom was good pals with Lori and her 11-year-old daughter Jocelyn in the coastal town Rosarito, where he now lives in exile from newlywed daughter Megan. It sounds to me like Tom gets around quite a damn bit. He's buzzing around the Best Buy. He's going to McDonald's. Boy, he is living the dream, right? He now lives, he took the youngster to school and treated her to pizza. There's that word again, pizza. Yeah, I'm sure he did treat her to pizza. I'm beginning to think this guy's creepy as hell myself, this Tom Markle dude. I think there's something wrong with him on many levels, according to Lori's ex. Jocelyn was like his grandchild. She called him Uncle Grandpa and explained to Jose, a construction worker. Of course, he probably hits the border every day, gets paid, comes back down, and yeah, right. A construction worker. That's stereotypical. Thomas and Lori were so close, she drove him from the hospital in May when he underwent how many times do I have to tell you this cardiac procedure never happened? Can't the royal family get this shit straight? I think he had a heart cath at some point in time, but we just learned, okay. He wasn't even in that hospital, according to various articles, papers, and reporters. I don't know why this story is up and down all the time. After Thomas lavished them with gifts, wait. So they're still going with the story about the cardiac thing. Now it's a cardiac procedure. I don't understand why this story is getting so mixed up all the time. After Thomas lavished them with gifts, where did he get the money? Lori took advantage of his generosity and weaseled a $6,000 loan out of it, and then she coldly cut him off and even snubbed his 74th birthday on July 18th, according to her ex. Doesn't really sound like much of an ex. She seems to know everything that she's doing. They probably just broke up like yesterday. The last time Tom saw Lori and spoke to her was when he gave her the money. Well, it was only a couple weeks ago. She's an addict. She's off doing, she's hit another scene. Tom is a great guy, but, excuse me, he's, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. He's lonely. To Lori, was like a sugar daddy. He's lost Megan and now he's lost Lori too. It's only been a couple of months. Chill the hell out. You're going through some rough shit. It'll get better. God, people whine so much these days. He's lost. Okay, but whatever. Yeah, well, Megan is in that cult over there. He's just worried about her. Just like he's worried for Megan. Yeah, she just rented a huge mansion out in the Cotswolds that has armed guards and video surveillance. I can't. Darn it. Surveillance. Good God in heaven, what the hell's wrong with me? Out in the Cotswolds on some big, huge ass estate. Plus, she was just given a country home in the Windsor estate by the Queen. Plus, she's got her little tiny cottage in Kensington Palace, which, let's lay the cards on the table. Megan ain't going to use that place. It's 1,300 square feet and 2 bedrooms. That's, yeah, it's a big for a 2-bedroom place. If you can picture like a 2-bedroom apartment, that's what it's like. It's not tiny, but it's tiny if you're used to growing up into a huge ass mansion, So anyway, let's continue on before this thing runs out. He was a sugar daddy. Sources in Rosarito confirmed that Lori had not returned to town at the beginning of August. That was only a couple weeks, so chill the heck out. Claims she took 2 dogs belonging to another friend. Well, those dogs are probably long gone. She disappeared. Her cruel snub comes soon after Heartbroken Thomas talked about how it might be better for Megan if he were to die. They're probably going to kill him off. But the scandal isn't the first time the Markle name has been dragged into the drug controversy. Megan's dad has admitted to having used drugs. What kind? I know he's popping Valium. What kind of drugs? I mean, there's a difference between smoking a joint and doing crystal meth or shooting up heroin. He insisted he hasn't done anything for more than 20 years. So what does that mean? Was he like shooting? Was he doing coke? What the hell? The former actress's nephew Tyler Dooley, 26, and he was arrested in London, but then let go for having a knife in a nightclub. And I don't even want to go there. And then his friend had some sort of spray that I guess knocked people out. I don't know. These people are really kind of evil trouble, right? Tyler Dooley's a legal cannabis farmer in Oregon and trades off the family name. Okay, that's fine. Who cares? It doesn't matter. People are going to want to smoke it anyway if it's good, right? A royal insider said Meghan's already livid about her family's loose lips, but she can't believe her father would associate with a known drug addict. Well, he was already a drug addict, so he is an addict, right? Isn't that how it works? Once an addict, always an addict? He's just clean now, according to him? Do you believe that? I'm beginning to think not. Oh, God, I just want to clean this house. Lord, it's reckless beyond belief and only makes the rift between them wider. Meghan loves her dad, but she thought he was more streetwise. Oh, come on. This is the most stupid article I ever read. But it is, all over on Radar Online and stuff like that. And, I guess it's of interest, but this is unfolding into a very bizarre soap opera, and it seems to be covering for other things. Getting back to, let's see if we can get out of here quick. I think we're going to end our video. So yeah, there's weird shit going on again, and it's going down over there with the Tom Markles, and I think he's going to be silenced permanently soon, or they're letting him talk for a reason. I don't know. But the saga continues, correct?